So here we are, Habitation Station, going to be the host of this second map, and spawning in the top left hand position as the red Zerg player. Representing Team Acer, it's Nerchio. And his opponent to the top right, the yellow Zerg representing CSC, Minato. Currently 1-0 up to Nerchio. And if you didn't watch game number 1, we saw two very interesting tactics get thrown up against each other. Firstly, we saw just a fun little bit of time where Minato was very aggressive. He went for a nice little trick where Nerchio got a little scouting, got a single Zergling through, and attempted to throw down a Baneling Nest, which Nerchio saw, and then immediately cancelled it, trying to play them mind games. And those mind games worked really nice. What happened after that, though, was pretty cool. He added in an evolution chamber to get the +1 carapace, so that his lings could take 2 baneling hits before dying. Following on from that, he then went for a second evo chamber and went for the double melee upgrades, which worked okay. Unfortunately though, Nerchio went into Roach Bane, and that's very difficult to beat with just upgraded lings, and there was just too much stuff for Nerchio, and his aggression won out in a bit of a base trade situation. So spawning pool coming down from Nerchio first this game, maybe concerned about some form of an all-in from his opponent. Meanwhile, Minato playing it nice and greedy, going for that hatchery first build. I'm trying to remember, my brain is come a little bit stumped on whether this is a reverse or the same as map 1. I believe it was actually Nerchio who went spawning pool first in the last game as well, so they are opting to go for very similar builds. Very slight variation from Minato here, opting for the extractor after the spawning pool. Slightly later speed, slightly earlier queens. Gases are a bit similar in timing this game, and Minato is getting a complete scout down of his opponent, and he's just going to come and check to make sure the natural base has been made. So not too much here at the moment, just general shenanigans. That's not even a word, shenanigans. I was trying to think of a way to pluralize shenanigans. Well, not even pluralize it, try and make it into a verb, but it was all very silly. Anyway, this is all pretty much standard play from both these two at the moment. Nothing too scary really going on. For those of you tuning in live, by the way, tomorrow night on this channel there's going to be an awesome best of 7 show match for over $1,000 between Ret and White Ra. You should definitely check that out. It's going to be insane. I'm casting that with Penguin as well, which is going to be awesome. For those of you viewing on my YouTube, tomorrow, if you're watching on the VODs, is the 18th of February 2014. So if you're watching this from the year 2111, unfortunately you missed it a bit. Couple of links getting in here again for Nerchio. Just going to be getting a quick little scout down. Going to see, okay, no Baneling Nest this time. And is this going to be the mind game of the mind game, where we see now Minato throw down a Baneling Nest anyway? Maybe. Minato, it's worth noting, did actually watch the replay of this series before he continued on, and oh no, Minato, I think, may have unfortunately dropped again. That would be very unfortunate times, because if he has, well, that means we'll have to recover the game. We'll have to recover the game from replay. Hopefully, Nerchio knows how to do that. I wouldn't like to have to deal with getting that through, but I may do it anyway. But yeah, very unlikely to be going on. Letting people know what's been going. Even though when you're only an observer, everyone can still see you in the lobby chat, which is a cool little thing many people don't know. Waiting to see exactly what we're going to do, but I think we are going to have to restore this game. Of course, quite a few people in here. Nerchio was just starting up his Baneling Nest, but there we go. The victory screen is coming through. And again, to avoid ruining the VODs, I'm going to have to do a little bit of rambling on about pointless stuff while we get this going. So, I'll just check whether Nerchio is okay restoring game. See if he wants me to do it, or whether he's okay. I will find out from him. Luckily, he's... Okay, Nerchio's going to do it. So that means that my hassles all completely free. So where did that game really end? Nothing too much had happened. We'd seen very passive play from both of them. Really, the only difference had just appeared, which was Nerchio had started up a Baneling nest, whereas Minato had yet to throw down any kind of tech, despite having a relatively early gas. So it is going to get recovered nice and quickly. Of course, thank you everyone for tuning in live. If you are tuning in live, massive loves to you. It's awesome. It's a cool channel to watch live. If you're on VODs, you should watch it live. Follow the channel if you haven't already done so. Tons of cool gaming action comes on here, so definitely check it out. And if you're watching on VODs, be hugely appreciative if you subscribe and of course like this video. Yeah, looks like everyone is pretty much back in. Unfortunately, Minato seems to be offline. So, just gotta wait for him to get back up. Worth noting as well, I'm taking a quick little look at everything that could be coming through in Twitch chat. Twitch chat's being very quiet at the moment, which is very disconcerting. I think everyone's typing into the red... No, is it red blue? It's Pokemon. It's a Pokemon red... Is it red or blue version? Some... Red/blue. It could be either of them. If anyone hasn't checked that out, Twitch Plays Pokemon is hilarious. It's brilliant. I almost want to show it on stream, but that would be pretty weird, so not going to do that. But basically, if anyone hasn't heard of it, there is a Twitch channel playing Pokemon, which sounds pretty boring. Well, actually it sounds pretty cool, but not amazing. Until you know that the way it works is you can type a single command in Twitch chat, just one line of it, so you could be like, up, down, A or B or whatever, and every single command that gets typed into Twitch chat is played out on screen. Just one, so like one left, or one right, one up or down or whatever. Now, there's 50,000 people currently watching that channel, and everything has happened. For a start, they were in a cave, and then they used escape ropes when they were right near the end by mistake, and then had to restart the cave. I believe that was Team Rocket's lair or something. They've also, I believe the most recent thing they did as a epic fail was that they managed to release all of their Pokemon they captured. How they ever captured Pokemon, I don't know. But the expression, I've forgotten who it was who said it, but an infinite number of monkeys with an infinite number of typewriters would recreate the works of Shakespeare, is basically what's going on there as a little social experiment. But anyway, the game is recovering, so I can stop talking about Pokemon and start talking more about StarCraft. And let's all look intensely at Kerrigan's eyes. She is so terrifying. I fear my overlays make it slightly less terrifying, just with like the little orange Plantonics logo there. Of course, big shout out to Plantonics, my sponsors. They make everything look awesome, and they make awesome headsets that I'm casting with now, and they make esports possible. It's always cool. Anyway, we are beginning, so I can start talking about the game yet again. Unfortunately, it doesn't remember your overlays, which is a bit of a shame, but it's currently 1-0 up to Nerchio as I adjust everything up nicely. So anyway, Baneling Nest coming through. This all started, for those with a short memory, with Nerchio opening spawning pool first, into hatch, into gas, whereas Minato opened hatch first, into pool, into gas. So, pretty similar builds. They are both setting a very similar drone counts and nothing too much between them. Rotoron, though, is going to be coming down this game from Minato. And I believe before we were lagging, I mentioned that game number 1, Minato actually went and checked the replay. And basically, he just saw some pretty cool stuff and was really trying to analyze, hang on, why did I not win that last game? What happened? And is now mixing up his build just to see what's going on. For the moment though, not too much to say about this game other than Minato really going for a very roach heavy strategy. Nerchio going to be able to get the scout down though. 2 speedlings flying through there. Speedlings always seem to go faster the more you look at them. Just going to get a full scout down, see the Rotoron, see the evolution chamber, good scout, and manage to escape back out again. So important stuff seen there. Third base going to get taken by Nerchio. He's going to take the gold base as well. Advantage of the gold base is that clearly you get 7 minerals per trip. That's good times as opposed to 5. Slightly quicker income. Anything else? Not too much really going on. Apparently something weird's going on with my camera. Apparently not. Maybe I'm just getting confused by Twitch chat. I'm looking in the past, by the way. Of course, stream delay for anyone watching live. Nerchio adding in his own Roach One as well as a Spine Crawler and the +1 missile attack. His upgrade is about 40 seconds behind that of his opponent, and his lair is going to be ahead as he's already started his up. This suggests Nerchio is going to be going for somewhat of a devastating push, a Roach Baneling play, trying to copy what we've seen from Nerchio in game number 1. Nerchio, though, is going to be acutely aware that there's no third base from Minato yet, although actually, can he see whether the hatchery is being constructed? I don't think he actually could from that point. So he needs to move either the Overlord a bit closer or these Lings a bit closer. Minato just sees the corner of some Lings, so depending on how much attention he's paying, may get caught out there. Nerchio is going to be able to see that the push is coming across, and I suspect once that push makes its way through, there will be a counterattack. But Minato able to keep just a small group of units back at home, ready to defend against that if needed. So not too much else is coming through at the moment, just Minato aiming for that third base. There's some roaches coming from behind though, by Nerchio. His +1 is not yet completed, it's still got another 30 seconds until it's done. The Banelings need to get focused, one good detonation there. Unfortunately, Minato's Banelings not getting through, are able to make the connection now. Still a handful of Lings and a couple of roaches just tearing through, and Nerchio is now in a bit of a tough spot. The roaches are pushing through, +1 is still 5 seconds away. That's a very important upgrade in roach versus roach fights. Now kicking in for Nerchio, but he's down by about 4 roaches at the moment and quite a lot of Lings. Those Lings help tank up the damage, and it's going to be very problematic to deal with it. Nerchio starting to take a couple of drone losses, 4 killed in total. More roaches coming in on both sides, upgrades equal on both sides. And well, Minato levels out this series to make it 1-1.